Hey, it's Joel. It's Open Sauce 2025, and we're here in the Creator Hotel. And like with all creators at Open Sauce, they make lots of things. In fact, they're in their rooms right now working on it. Let's go find them. Wonderful creators in this friggin' hotel. And here at 803, it's no exception.
Hey, it's Joel!
Tom! Hey, I hear you've got cool stuff inside.
Oh yeah, come on in.
Thank you very much. Look at this.
Yeah.
So, I played Portal.
So did I. I played both ones, loved them. Some of the favorite games ever. And this is Caroline from the Portal games.
Caroline. Now, people are going to say GLaDOS, right?
Technically, either one's fine.
Sure.
But I'm calling this one Caroline just because,
I understand.
lower reasons. So this one was set up in the Creator Museum in the corner, and it was doing a bit of a side-eye demo program, looking around. This is a long-term project for me. So this is like the middle stage of a longer thing. I did a really scrappy prototype, and this is the one that actually works. There's a camera in here.
I see that.
Little compact Sony camera. It's a 9-axis or a 9 degrees of freedom robot. So you've got the base joint, you've got one joint here that lifts up like that, and you've got another one that lifts up like this. This one's a bit more rigid. And then a full 6-axis Stewart platform on the head. If I don't
Careful. Over. Caroline can emote, right? The head can
Absolutely.
move around in various degrees.
I got this working like 4 days ago in unison. The base thinks it's a 3D printer. The top knows it's not. And I had to sync them up somehow. There's a Raspberry Pi inside. There's a Do It 3D board in the base. 3 stepper motors, 6 servos. A bit overkill, but you know what? When I build stuff, and Caroline with GLaDOS in the game looks like she has this kind of Stewart platform on the head.
Yeah.
I want to build it with a functioning Stewart platform.
And you did.
And I did. And I did. It's been working just fine. Some stuff unscrewed, like this thing was loose. I found it, completely unscrewed after a while. But hey, that's the stuff you do at Open Source.
That is the stuff you do at Open Source. Absolutely. Is this is this a model you counted up, or is this a known design, or?
No. This is all mine. So
Tom, really?
Yeah. These 2 scissor mechanisms. Typically, if you see a robot arm like this, it has like big beefy steppers,
of course,
gearing and stuff. Those are heavy and expensive. And if I think of a solution that I think is going to work better, I want to try it. So this sort of scissor lift mechanism is just giving me a ton of torque with little tiny NEMA 17 motors out of some random 3D printer that I just had left around. This is going to be a camera robot for me. For this show,
because you've got the little camera up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to be bigger. It's going to grow. So it should be able to reach anywhere in my studio, do like the cinematic time lapses as it pans around, a 3D printer doing its thing. Follow me around in the studio. Do B-roll for me. That's a huge arc that I'm opening up here.
Yeah, but this is cool. I mean, like you said, for long term, and it's going to grow. So really, this is just a proof of concept at this point.
You know what? Actually, so we've got it upside down basically here. Let me just give you
Everything's fine.
And that's how GLaDOS is supposed to look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or Caroline in this case. This is cool because this is just the right level of improvised and off the cuff. This has been 2 months of work for me. I opened up the CAD file for this 2 months ago. It's been a good crunch since then.
Oh my gosh. So then long term, I was going to say, so what are the next steps? But really, you're talking possible like year or more. Like this is...
Yeah, next steps are just software, just getting it to point to certain things and orbit around objects, do all those sort of shots for me. But eventually, so this is carrying a small Sony ZV-1 camera. Yeah. I've got like 4 of those. Those are awesome. But I do want to put my big A7 S3 in there, which weighs a good amount.
So much bigger.
Yeah. So arms are going to go from this to like this. So it will be on a track on the ceiling, left, right, and then basically hang down. It might be a bit scary if you don't know what you're walking into.
Are you gonna give it any sort of like AI or self-reasoning?
I am gonna do at least like a pose estimation, so it can track me around.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it to turn evil though.
No, and I don't either.
We know how that goes in the games.
Yeah. Is it just PLA? Is it just PETG? Do you have like PC or nylon in there?
So there's a couple different materials in here. So the most of the structural stuff is PETG. So all the black stuff is PETG. And these connectors here, these are carbon fiber reinforced PETG actually.
Okay.
Because I had to make them with that swoopy bend. It has to clear these bits. So this extends all the way. So this part comes forward here. And if it's not of a material that is really rigid, then it's just going to give you more of that wobbliness. So that's PTG with carbon fiber. That's just regular PTG. And this is PLA, which I was worried about just a tiny bit because we flew in through LA and I didn't know if my suitcase was going to sit out on the runway for 2 hours.
Wait a minute. This was just in a suitcase?
Yeah, just standard Samsonite hard case. Like, it fit perfectly in there. I had to make some compromises to get it to fit in there, but hey, it made its way all the way across the Atlantic, so like, it's fine.
I'm really, really happy we got to deep dive into this, man. This is cool. So you're going to obviously make some content on this.
Yeah, there's nothing on this yet, so it's just been crunched getting it done in time. But yeah, this is going to be videos for months, I assume.
Fantastic. It's late. I know you got stuff to do, and I got other things to see. I'm going to give you one of these.
All right. Thanks, man.
You treat him nice. Well, that was insane. And there's more to come, because right here in 939 is another special thing.
Yo!
Ivan!
Come on in, man.
Thank you. Oh, I'm excited to see this. Ivan, what the heck is this?
This is a two-wheeled one-wheel.
A two-wheeled one-wheel?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. It's ridden like a one wheel, right? If you want to go forward, you do this. If you want to go backwards or brake, do this.
Okay.
Then if you want to steer, you do this.
Oh, okay.
It steers.
Oh!
But, you say, because in a one wheel, when you go too fast and the motor doesn't have enough power to keep you going, then the board touches the ground and then you fly and die.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, but this one has two wheels. As it has two wheels, you don't fall and die.
Okay.
So this actually saves lives. We need a disclaimer.
May not actually save lives.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned something that really sort of just threw me for a loop, because you said this took you 6 days.
6 days.
And that's from initial CAD to here at OpenSauce?
Yeah.
And you stole batteries from a few tools that you have.
Oh yeah, those are like typical batteries that you get from like drill or These work great and you can fly with this.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I flew with the 3 of them.
I wonder how many you have to fly with before they complain.
And I checked, it's 20.
Oh, you checked?
Yeah.
It's actually 20.
It's
Okay.
20.
It is extrusion. It is 3D printed parts in your glorious red, and some nuts and bolts and some electronics. What was the initial thing that drove you to make this?
Oh, last year here at OpenSauce, I was talking to Ren, and I mentioned him that I had this idea of, like, as I think that one wheel is too dangerous for me, to have something that is safer. Like, saying it right now doesn't seem so safe. Something that is safer. I'm gonna bring this to Ren so he can try it.
Looks like it's in a state of disarray.
This pad was broken at the airport, but has been giving me issues the entire weekend. At one point, we thought that it was impossible to be balanced. We thought it was a double pendulum. It's not a double pendulum. We were thinking about it all wrong, because you have the weight, and we were thinking about shifting the board, but you have to think about the human on top of it.
Absolutely.
And you are trying to shift the weight of the human on top, not the board. To make it easier to balance, because you see this is round. Yesterday, like if you were to stand on it, whenever you put your weight here, this shoots that way, and whenever you put the weight here, it shoots that way, and that's really complicated to balance. And when I bought these rubber bands in here.
The solution was just the rubber bands?
Yeah, those are huge rubber bands.
Sure, they look like exercise bands,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Now it pulls you to the center,
yeah.
So it's easier to stand on it, but still, the Arduino and the best car misbehaving. So I did a try this morning, and Ren did another one this afternoon, and we almost both died because it keeps running away on us. There is something really wrong with it, but at least we proved that the concept works.
Okay, that's wonderful though. Yeah. Do you think it'll work before next year?
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck, because the kayak is cool. I love that project. Maybe you can bring that next year too, if we're near the water.
There's
here.
a lot of water in here.
There's a lot of water. And then this is rad. Like, I want to ride the heck out of this. I hope this gets fixed, because I would love to step on it and not risk my life. Last question before I go. In 6 days, you obviously have a ton of 3D printed parts on this. How many of your machines did you have to activate to print all these parts as fast as you could?
I would have said that there were at some point like 12, 13 printers going non-stop for like 4 days straight, making tests and reprinting parts that didn't fit and everything like that. Well, at one point, this extrusion here, this was an idea that woke me up at 2:13 in the morning, And by 3, I was at my shop trying the solution.
Yeah, and it worked?
Oh, yeah.
You have a lot of work ahead of you, and I don't want to keep you. And it's been really good to see you here, but I'm going to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I'm going to go see a few other awesome things. Good luck with this.
Thanks.
Let's see who's behind this door.
No, thank you.
Is there a creator by the name of
kidding, come
Engineezy?
on
What's up?
in.
What's up?
Doing?
Look, it's Engineezy.
Let's-
You got something cool? Come on
in.
come on.
Welcome to the mobile Engineezy shop.
Dude, it's such a workshop in your hotel room.
Yeah.
This is insane. You need this sort of workshop in order to work on this sort of thing, man. This is crazy.
Thank you. Yes, it is crazy.
So
it
what-
was a
what-
crazy idea.
What do you officially call it?
Open source pixel jacket, so the open source PJ. But
What was your impetus behind this? Like, what made you come up with this project for open source?
So I really wanted to like bring something to open source that I could show off.
Yeah.
But everything that I've made is either just like too big or like not reliable, like shoots marbles in random directions. I want to make something simple this year. And then I was just like out one night with my wife, just not even thinking about it. And I was like, I have the perfect idea. Pixel display on a jacket.
Okay.
And it was like a great idea, but the problem was I only had a week to do it because I came up with the idea way too late. So it was like literally last Tuesday.
This is a lot of 3D printing. This is
A
a lot
lot
of
of
CAD
3D
design.
printing,
This is
yeah.
electronics and
Yes,
servos and
yes.
marbles and like fabric and a week? What?
Tell me about it. The biggest thing was like these gates, I literally just finished designing for another project. So just threw those in.
Okay.
These sensors I just finished designing for that same project, threw those in. These are from the original big marble pixel display that I made. So
Okay.
I just shrunk them down, but like didn't change any of the engineering of it. I had all the puzzle pieces that I needed, and it was more just about integrating it. But there were some interesting things that I like did for this that I probably like didn't have enough time to do, but I did. The main thing is, if you feel these here, you can touch it. So that's TPU,
Oh.
which is cool. But what's even cooler is it's fused with this right here, which is PLA.
Okay.
So that's a single piece, and I did that because it's easier to screw in to like PLA than it is to TPU.
Okay, but don't peeling TPU not fuse?
So that's the interesting thing. I actually want to take it apart a little bit to show you because I think it's
Oh.
cool. This was the first time I was using the Prusa XL. This is the first time that I've ever like endeavored to do this, but you can see how it fuses
Oh.
two materials together.
Look
But
at that.
what's interesting about this is I did a little bit of like testing before. These weren't printing that well because the wall thickness of these tubes is quite small. And so when it was doing the bridge across the top, it was pushing the wall out of the way, and I was getting like a little bit of a messy bridge.
Oh, you don't want that. That's going to impact the marble's performance.
Exactly, the marbles weren't rolling. You
Yeah.
need the marbles to roll. That was like the biggest thing. I can't have marbles getting stuck anywhere in this system here. I ended up using the same PLA as a support, but only on the TPU
Oh, without the interlock.
without the interlock.
Got it.
With like, like 0 layer gap between
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like a soluble support, and it just broke off. No problem. This was like the biggest challenge when I was like kind of thinking, because I was thinking like this has to be flexible, it's on my back.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's not that flexible because there's a big board
Yeah, there's a big board here.
behind it, like going all the way through.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? I can just print all of this at the same time. And so it saved me the assembly of putting screws and like flanges onto all of these things. And that's like just purely because of the power of two multi-material 3D printing.
Okay, I see the flanges here, but
Here,
these are
yeah.
connected.
Yes.
And these are connected.
Exactly. It did save me a lot of, like these were easy to screw in together, but it would have been really hard to like get screws into here and here and
Oh,
here.
absolutely. That's the perfect solution for what you needed.
Exactly. And
Especially for the time it took.
exactly. So the extra time I spent like doing a little bit of R&D experimentation for this saved me a lot of time and energy and thought in the design process of all of this. It was an insane project.
Yeah.
But it was like the kind of thing that got me like fired up and excited because I think like open source is just the perfect place.
Right, absolutely.
For this kind of project. I was like, I don't know if there's anywhere else in the world that I'd be like comfortable walking around with this on my back. But here I was like, this is where
Sort of environment is perfect
this
for
is
it.
the place for it.
Can we put this back together and actually like
Yes, let's
roll
run
some
it.
marbles?
Let's run it. Let's run it.
Let's run it.
Okay, so at the bottom there's like a screw.
Yeah.
Basically like an auger.
Like an auger.
Yeah. And it's connected directly to the motor. So as it spins, it just pushes balls up the tube into the top. And at the top, there's a kind of like a double sensor system. So it uses an IR beam across, and when a ball enters that, it breaks the beam.
Yeah.
That's how it knows there's a ball. I'm going to do all the sorting in real time and dump balls that don't fit. So if there's a black ball on both sides and it needs a white, it dumps the white ball down until there's a black ball.
Of course.
Yeah, this is the power of like modern 3D printing. It's like crazy how you can make something like this. I couldn't have done this 2 years ago. Okay, so maybe the best part, I don't know. Like it's cool to watch it load up, but I think the best part is to watch it unload. To make it unload, you kind of just got to reset it. And the way that I reset it, because the way that I set it up was like very crude, so I could walk around.
Yeah.
But I don't have any buttons or anything.
Yeah.
So all I do is just unplug it, and then I plug it back in. Boom.
Oh, and that's going to send the sum down to...
It sends the sum across because it had dumped a lot more into the left side than the right side.
Yeah.
And then it just starts again, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And does it go randomly through different images?
There's 10 different images. Right now, I actually hard-coded it to do the mushroom because I think it's the best one.
It is pretty good.
Yeah. There is 10 different images that I actually coded this morning into it. I woke up. It was like the first thing I did is hopped out of bed and I need more pictures.
It's amazing what you were able to accomplish in a week. I mean, I'm not surprised. I've witnessed your greatness on social media with the stuff you design.
I appreciate that. But it's it's been a process. Like it took me a week to do this, but it took me like 3 years to get to this point.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's late at night, dude. You got to get some rest. I know you're probably going to wake up early and code this. Thanks for showing me around.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Thanks for opening the door. We got some other cool stuff to see. Room 420 is nearby. We should take a look inside there. What do you think? In fact, here it is. Let's see what's inside. Were you showering?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. All right. I hear you got cool stuff inside.
Oh, definitely, man.
Can I see it?
Yeah, come on in.
Sweet. Hey, Frank.
Hi.
So,
How are you?
I'm really great. And it's really cool that both of you are here because I heard about this. I hadn't had the chance to see it yet, but it looks incredible. This is HERBIE.
This is HERBIE from the new Fantastic Four movie.
The new movie.
The new
movie. The Fantastic Four. One, two, three,
Fantastic
four. Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Why is there a HERBIE in your open sauce hotel room?
Back in December, I got the honor and privilege of being invited by Marvel to go tour the set of the new Fantastic Four over in London. I got to go with 4 of the creators, and we got to go see the Fantastic car. It was built on like a Tesla Model S. It was really cool, all working and functional. They went as practical as possible with this movie.
Really?
Which was so freaking cool. We also got to see the actual screen-used HERBIE. We got to see the people puppeteering it. They wanted a screen-used prop. They wanted something to interact with, obviously, for the feel of it. And part of the deal was, hey, get this footage, make some content, and you'll also be able to come to the red carpet event this Monday, which I don't know what date it is, but it's in 2 days. And the deal was we had 2 people who were they made costumes and fabric and all of that and dresses, so they were making some really pretty dresses for the premiere. We had one girl her name's Ashley, so she was the science-based person, and I was the prop guy, and I'm like, I'm making HERBIE.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to the team behind it. They were driving him around. 5 different people puppeteer it at the same time. So it was crunch time. It was like, well, Daniel, we need to make this thing fast. So we got in touch with Nico from Nico Industries.
Oh, love that guy.
He's awesome, and he has saved my butt with the Transformers thing. He has now saved my butt with this.
This is Nico?
This is all Nico.
Oh, heck
This is
yeah.
Nico and his team in like 2 days, and they did everything we asked of them. They pumped it out. They got us the files, the modelers he used. They did it.
You had to be printing right away, didn't you?
We were printing right away. This, as of today, this is day 7 of when we started this, and it is a fully functional animatronic robot sitting in front of you in a random hotel in San Francisco.
That
I love
is
our lives.
insane.
Yes. Now, originally, I was just going to print it. I was going to get them the files from Nico. I was actually thinking about some animatronics and stuff. I was going to go to Walmart, rip some toys apart. But I had Danny here, and he was like, hey, I can make this move more than those RC cars.
And God, do I regret saying I could do that. This is probably the most complicated thing I've ever worked on, but Frank and I make a good team. So Frank handled a lot of the finishing work. I handled a lot of the animatronics. So we have the eyes that move. We have the teeth that moves. The arms are going to move up and down. We have a full working head and neck servo system and everything. A lot of YouTube videos. A lot of our friends, thank God, happily were willing to give advice. You know, I sent the video of some of the early versions of the hinge systems we had, and we had some friends that were like, that's definitely definitely not going to work. You need to beef it up. So completely revised everything. I did most of the design work in Fusion 360, and it's really funny because Frank and I had just like an email chain and going back and forth with all the different prototypes. And I think we ended up with 17 different iterations across all of the different like servo mechanisms and everything else in this thing.
Jeez.
So that's been the fun thing about this is we've tested everything on its own, but we have yet to actually test everything in him simultaneously.
Okay.
So we had some backup parts, like we have a temporary neck in here right now. We have the
I
full
see.
neck assembly down on the ground right now, or on the desk, I should say, which is fully controlled with a PS5 controller. I've also never figured out how to do anything with Bluetooth before, so pretty much everything about this I had no idea how to actually start on. But, you know, these days there's a lot of stuff you can find on YouTube, whether it's 3D printing or electronics. So a lot of tutorials later and a lot of very late nights with Frank, and we were able to figure out pretty much how to do every individual thing that we needed it to.
Is there anything working right now that we could see?
We found out the fun way that some servo motors need a higher voltage signal logic. So we developed everything about how all of these things should work, and to be very safe, we decided to go super overkill with the servo motors. So these are 25 kilogram servo motors that control every part of this robot. So this is the neck system. So this is essentially the front of the head. So using a PS5 controller, we can have them look up, right, left, down, just fully control where the head's looking and everything. And then the eyes themselves use the other analog stick, and pretty much moving it side to side will control each one individually. You can have them kind of spin different directions, just like the actual one from the movie.
I was going to say, with the Visit, is this the same functionality that they had with the actual screen used?
It's a lot more limited, but a lot of the main things that we were hoping for are there. So, you know, as far as the face, it was the eyes and the teeth. We have the functionality for both of those. Not working at the moment, but they will be present.
So many selfies on that red carpet.
Oh,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
How
it's gonna
hard
be
is it
great.
for you to swap in the new neck?
The new neck won't be too hard to swap out. That was the one thing. We really tried to figure out what is the worst thing that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was a last little design additive, and it was actually on this. It's a planetary gear sitting down here that actually bears all of the weight. So even if that fails, if the servo strips, it still just sits down there in a home position, and it'll support all the weight.
That's cool.
So at the very least, it'll be a really cool statue on this Diablo robot that I never did a sponsorship
Can I pick
for.
this up?
You can try.
Okay, this is familiar to my audience because we made a trailer for this. We made a trailer for this robot, and this robot is actually going to be used to drive Herbie around.
Yes, he
So
is
you've
the
got
perfect. This
bracket.
is like, my God, this is like version 12. We went through. You can see I misdrilled some holes right there.
Yeah, but,
and
you know, it's
what?
forgiving.
And then it just slides to the side. He sits on top of it, and I mean, I can stand on this thing. It can drive me around.
Yeah.
It can hold this tiny little dinky
So
robot.
this is in place of the actual
little animatronic thing. Yeah.
that
So
it
he's going to
had.
sit a little
Okay.
bit higher than he does in the principal prop views, but then he's at the red carpet. There's going to be barriers. We want him to be a little more presentable to people in the
Yeah,
height
more
wise.
visible. Yeah.
Exactly. I do want to say that, like, this is the craziest thing I've ever built too. The Iron Man suits are one thing, but all that stuff's laid out there, right? There's the mechanics, motorization, paint, wiring, but it was a really cool, and especially when I get my video out on explaining how we made this thing, I think it shows a very good duality of how you can engineer something and really start from a baseline ground up, but that doesn't have to limit you, because I pulled all of these files off of Thingiverse and just meshed them together.
Now, just like with the screen use prop, it was all 3D printed, and you went to Nico to get the files. So
Yes.
then, as far as 3D printing goes, what machines and materials did you use to make this?
So again, we kind of really wanted to shoot for the moon on that. We're like, oh, it's going to be an ABS, and when we print the brackets and the gears, we're going to look at it a PHT or a nylon. I have all those, so it's going to be great. But then as the time crunch started to happen, we're like, I think PLA will be
It's all
fine.
PLA, isn't
PLA.
it?
There is some PET G. There is a good amount of PET G,
Okay.
orange brackets, white parts, the arms. There's actually a surprising amount of
That's cool.
ABS in there, because my Bamboo H2D was just cranking out ABS, which is
fantastic.
great.
Okay.
We used the Prusa Core 1. We used a couple of the main body parts, the boosters, a few other things. We were using my Creality K1 Maxes.
It's really exciting that we were able to actually do all of that quickly now, when, 5 years ago when we were starting all of this, doing Iron Man suits and everything else, it was a lot more painful to get anything tested and prototyped and everything else. So, we were able to spit out quick designs, test everything, figure out what our limits were, and then reprint from there.
Listen, both of you, this has been an amazing time. Thank you so much for letting me come into your little hotel workspace and take a look at her. Oh, I don't want to be left out here. Oh, you have fun on the red carpet, Herbie. You guys have a lot to get done, and I'm going to let you to it. But again, thank you so much. I'm really glad we were able to tell the story, and I can't wait to hear how it goes. You text me.
Cool.
You text me. That sure was a lot of fun. And really, you never know what you're gonna find behind the door of a creator here at Open Sauce 2025. And in fact, that's a wrap on Open Sauce 2025. I had an amazing time, and I can't wait for next year. Listen, if you made it this far, you're awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more and fight for a cause you believe in. Open Sauce, all the things. And as always, high five.